What if, instead of seeking love desperately, you became a beacon that attracted love naturally? In a world where many people chase affection, Stoicism offers an entirely different approach, one that centers around self-respect, resilience, and authenticity. Imagine transforming your life in such a way that others are drawn to you, not by force or supplication, but because of the calm confidence you exude. Does it not sound freeing, even empowering, to live without the need for others' validation? In this video, we dive deep into the essence of Stoic love, the art of being centered in oneself and letting admiration come naturally. From understanding the difference between love and mere attraction to building a lasting connection on mutual respect, Stoicism reveals how to nurture relationships in harmony with one's true self. Stay until the end, as we'll explore the timeless love story of Emperor Marcus Aurelius and his wife Faustina, a story filled with loyalty, resilience, and mutual support. It is a tale that embodies the Stoic ideal, where love is a choice grounded in values, not fleeting emotions. As we begin, consider, are you ready to shift your perspective on love, to let go of the need to beg or chase, and to embrace a love that flows naturally? Let's start by understanding the importance of self-possession, the foundation of attracting love without effort. 1. Being the center of your own emotional solar system. In the realm of Stoicism, one powerful metaphor for love is the image of a star at the center of its own solar system. Imagine yourself as that star, radiant and unwavering. Instead of seeking affection from afar, you naturally attract what is meant to orbit around you. In the Stoic view, the first step to cultivating a genuine connection with others is to be at peace with oneself, unwavering and self-sufficient. But what does it mean to be the center of your emotional solar system? It begins with self-confidence. For the Stoics, confidence is not rooted in vanity or ego. It is a quiet assurance in one's values and character. When you are grounded in your principles, you emanate a natural gravity that others cannot ignore. Consider this. When you chase someone's attention, are you not placing them at the center of your universe? The Stoics would caution against such a reversal of focus. By centering yourself, by being complete and content within, you inspire others to be drawn to you, just as planets naturally orbit a star. Another question arises: how do you maintain this emotional balance without succumbing to loneliness or the urge to beg for affection? Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from within, not from external sources. To rely on others for your happiness or sense of worth is to build a foundation on something fleeting. The Stoic approach suggests that you cultivate your internal magnetic field by developing virtues, wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice that give you a sense of wholeness. Reflect on this. Could it be that we often seek love outside ourselves because we have not yet fully nurtured it within? This self-centered emotional focus does not imply arrogance or isolation, but rather an acknowledgement of your inherent value. Instead of asking, "How can I make someone love me?" a Stoic might ask, "How can I grow to embody the virtues that make me worthy of love?" It's a shift from trying to earn love to becoming someone who radiates it naturally. When your energy is grounded in integrity and self-respect, people around you sense this calm strength. It's a powerful presence, and it doesn't go unnoticed. In letting go of the need to chase, you'll find that meaningful relationships come into your life not through force, but through natural affinity. In essence, the more you focus on strengthening yourself and adhering to Stoic principles, the more likely you are to attract a compatible partner without even trying. Wouldn't it be refreshing to simply be yourself and let those who truly appreciate you gravitate towards you? As you reflect on becoming your own emotional center, consider the power this could bring to your life. how different would your relationships feel if they were built on mutual admiration rather than desperate attempts to gain approval? Next, let's explore what it means to seek true love and avoid confusing it with fleeting attraction. 2. Understanding true love versus physical attraction. In a world of instant gratification, we often confuse true love with superficial attraction. But is love truly found in a fleeting glance, a powerful surge of chemistry, or the surface appeal of another? Stoicism urges us to question these impulses. While attraction is natural and may initiate an interest in someone, it is far from the foundation needed to build a lasting, fulfilling relationship. For the Stoics, love is a relationship of the soul, not merely of the body. To them, true love is grounded in values, in mutual respect, and in an appreciation for the inner character of a partner, not just their appearance. Physical attraction fades with time. True connection, however, is built on understanding and integrity. Ask yourself, would you want a partner who sees your worth beyond what meets the eye? Who appreciates your character as much as your outer beauty? The Stoic approach asks us to look deeper. Love at first sight is often portrayed as the pinnacle of romance, but it is misleading. This notion may come from novels and movies, where love is shown as something instantaneous and overpowering. Stoicism, however, views love as a gradual and reasoned development, a choice to see, appreciate, and support the best in another over time. Consider love not as a lightning bolt that strikes, but as a steady flame that grows with care, time, and understanding. By grounding love in the virtues of patience and commitment, we prevent the chaos that comes with unrealistic expectations or misplaced passion. Reflect on this. Have you ever been drawn to someone only to later discover a misalignment in values or intentions? Stoicism encourages us to take a step back, to use reason rather than pure emotion in evaluating our feelings. Love that begins and ends in the realm of attraction alone is, in the Stoic view, likely to be superficial. This doesn't mean we ignore attraction, but that we must look beyond it. To build a relationship based solely on the body is like building a house on sand. It may stand for a while, but it won't endure the storms of time. When we recognize that true love is a choice and commitment to admire another's character and virtues, we bring ourselves closer to a relationship that can withstand the trials of life. Stoicism reminds us that enduring love stems from recognizing and supporting the growth of the person we love, not just who they are today, but who they are becoming. This perspective aligns with the Stoic values of wisdom, patience, and courage, the virtues that make love resilient and meaningful. If we rush into love with hearts swayed by outer allure alone, we lose sight of what matters most, the character that lies within. And it is character that withstands the tests of time, hardship, and adversity. So ask yourself, are you looking for a spark that quickly fades, or for a fire that endures? By choosing to value the inner virtues of your partner, you cultivate a love that not only lasts, but flourishes over the years. With a solid understanding of what true love is versus mere attraction, we next turn to the Stoic metaphor of love as a garden, one that requires deliberate care and dedication. 3. The concept of love as a garden. Imagine love as a garden, one that demands careful cultivation, attention, and patience. To the Stoics, love is not something that springs up spontaneously like a wildflower, but is more akin to a carefully tended garden, requiring constant work and dedication. This concept may challenge our modern view of love as something that happens quickly and intensely, yet Stoicism invites us to consider love as a long-term commitment, one that grows over time and blossoms only with effort. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever noticed how the relationships that mean the most to you are often the ones you have invested the most in. Just as a garden needs fertile soil, sunlight, and consistent care, so does love need an environment of trust, patience, and genuine interest in the other person's well-being. This approach frees us from the idea of love as a fleeting passion or something that just happens to us. Instead, we are encouraged to actively participate in love, nurturing it as we would a garden, with thoughtfulness and intention. In a Stoic relationship, love is a deliberate choice rather than an accidental encounter. We cultivate it by practicing virtues such as patience, empathy, and understanding. Like a gardener who knows that some seasons bring more fruit than others, we too must recognize that love has its cycles. There will be moments of growth and joy, but there will also be times of difficulty when the garden needs extra care and dedication. Ask yourself, are you prepared to weather these changes, to show up even when love feels challenging? When love is nurtured in this way, it becomes resilient, able to withstand the hardships of life. Stoicism teaches us that true love is not found in the ease of perfect harmony, but is forged in the shared resilience of facing life's challenges together. This doesn't mean we ignore problems or suppress conflict. Rather, it encourages us to meet these challenges with understanding and a shared commitment to grow. Just as a well-tended garden can endure storms, so too can a love that is grounded in mutual respect and continuous effort. There is also a profound sense of peace that comes with this approach. Knowing that love requires steady, intentional care frees us from the pressure to find instant, magical connections. We are reminded that love, like all things of value, takes time. In nurturing it patiently, we discover not just a partnership, but a reflection of our own growth and virtues. By treating love as a garden, we also deepen our understanding of ourselves, as each act of patience or kindness strengthens our character. The question is, can we let go of the fantasy of instant love and embrace the slower, more meaningful growth of a love that is tended with care? As we continue, we explore the essential Stoic lesson of respecting ourselves within a relationship and knowing when to let go if that respect is not reciprocated. 4. Practicing self-respect and knowing when to let go. Self-respect is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. In Stoicism, there is an unyielding emphasis on the importance of personal dignity and integrity, qualities that should not be compromised, even in love. Many of us have been taught that love means giving of ourselves endlessly, even to the point of self-sacrifice. But Stoic wisdom asks us, can love truly thrive if we abandon our own sense of self-worth? When we sacrifice our values or personal peace to appease another, we are no longer respecting ourselves. Stoicism teaches that genuine love cannot require us to become less than who we are. Respect for oneself, therefore, becomes a litmus test for any relationship. If we are continually bending to meet the other's demands or enduring behavior that damages our well-being, we have lost touch with the Stoic principle of self-respect. In such moments, we must ask, does this relationship honor my inner values, or does it erode them? Knowing when to let go is another essential Stoic practice. Letting go is often seen as an act of weakness or defeat, but to the Stoic mind, it is an expression of strength, resilience, and self-awareness. It requires the courage to acknowledge when a relationship no longer serves our well-being. A Stoic doesn't stay in a relationship out of fear of loneliness or attachment to what was. Instead, they view relationships as mutually beneficial connections that support both individuals in growing toward their best selves. If this harmony is lost and cannot be restored, the Stoic path is to let go, calmly, with dignity, and without regret. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is accepting what is beyond our control. In relationships, this means recognizing that we cannot change others, nor can we force them to meet our expectations. If our partner's actions repeatedly cause harm and no constructive change occurs after open discussions, it is a sign that the relationship may not align with our values. In such cases, staying becomes a choice to endure unnecessary pain. Why should we remain attached to something that no longer nurtures us? This is a difficult question, but it is necessary for our growth. In letting go, we reclaim our power and self-worth. Stoicism encourages us to understand that leaving a relationship that no longer serves us is not failure, but an act of self-respect. It is the conscious choice to protect our inner peace. As we walk away, we may feel pain, but this pain is temporary, a natural part of growth. Just as a gardener prunes branches to make room for new growth, we too must sometimes cut ties to allow ourselves to flourish. Ultimately, this decision calls for deep reflection. By ending a relationship that has ceased to contribute to our happiness and well-being, we open ourselves to new connections that are better aligned with our true selves. And in the process, we strengthen our character, deepen our self-respect, and come closer to the resilience and wisdom that Stoicism encourages in all aspects of life. As we understand self-respect and letting go, we transition to another essential component of a healthy Stoic relationship: reciprocity and the practice of mutual support. 5. Reciprocity and mutual support in relationships. In any lasting relationship, mutual support and reciprocity form the bedrock of connection. Stoicism reminds us that love is not a one-sided affair. It's a shared journey built on equal commitment and understanding. Just as we value ourselves, so must we recognize the worth of our partner, treating them with the same respect and generosity we wish to receive. But what does it mean to practice true reciprocity, and how can it strengthen our relationships? Reciprocity, in the Stoic sense, is more than simply giving and taking. It's about actively engaging in a relationship with a spirit of gratitude and fairness. Stoics view reciprocity as a reflection of justice, one of the 4 cardinal virtues. In a relationship, justice means honoring the effort, trust, and respect that each person brings to the partnership. If we seek support and loyalty from our partner, we must be prepared to offer the same in return, creating a balance that sustains and enriches the bond. Consider for a moment, are you equally invested in supporting your partner as they are in supporting you? Stoicism asks us to be mindful of our intentions and actions within a relationship, to give as much as we receive, and to approach our partner with a spirit of generosity. When we express appreciation for the good we receive, we nurture a cycle of positivity and trust, where both partners feel valued. This mutual recognition is what transforms love from a fleeting emotion into a stable and enduring connection. Yet, reciprocity does not imply blind sacrifice. Stoicism warns us not to give so much of ourselves that we compromise our own well-being. In a healthy relationship, reciprocity allows each person to feel supported without feeling drained. True reciprocity requires balance. It does not mean giving until we are empty, but giving in a way that sustains both ourselves and the relationship. Imagine a scale where each act of support, understanding, and kindness adds weight, creating a relationship that remains balanced and fair. Another essential aspect of Stoic reciprocity is the practice of forgiveness. In any close relationship, misunderstandings and disagreements are inevitable. Stoicism encourages us to approach these moments with compassion, recognizing that none of us are perfect. When we forgive, we are not excusing harmful behavior, but choosing to move forward without resentment. This practice is reciprocal as well. Just as we may need to forgive, we will also need to be forgiven. Can we embrace the imperfections of our partner and ourselves with a Stoic grace, allowing for growth rather than judgment. The power of reciprocity lies in its ability to strengthen the emotional foundation of a relationship. As we build trust and understanding through mutual support, we deepen our connection and enhance our resilience as a couple. By practicing Stoic reciprocity, we create a relationship that is more than the sum of its parts, a union that can withstand the trials of life with dignity and mutual respect. As we consider the importance of reciprocity, we turn to another vital Stoic insight, focusing on the qualities that truly matter in a partner, looking beyond appearances to build a lasting, meaningful connection. 6. Focusing on character and values over physical appearance. In a culture that often emphasizes physical beauty, it can be easy to overlook the qualities that truly matter in a lasting relationship. However, Stoicism urges us to focus on character and values when seeking a partner, as these are the elements that endure beyond fleeting attraction. While initial physical attraction may be a natural and important part of relationships, Stoicism teaches us to look deeper, beyond appearances, to find the qualities that truly make a person worth loving. Consider this: when physical beauty fades, what remains? For the Stoic, a meaningful relationship is one grounded not in outward appearance, but in shared virtues, values, and the integrity of character. Physical beauty is transitory. It fades with time and circumstance, but inner beauty, shaped by wisdom, kindness, and resilience, endures. Would you not want a partner whose character remains unwavering, who can provide support, compassion, and strength when life's inevitable challenges arise? Stoicism encourages us to build connections that go beyond the surface. This does not mean physical attraction is irrelevant, but rather that it should not be the foundation upon which we build our relationships. The Stoic way is to seek partners who embody virtues that are not subject to time. By focusing on qualities such as honesty, patience, and empathy, we create a foundation for love that is resilient and enduring. Reflect on this. When you look back over the years, will you value a partner's appearance or the shared moments of understanding, support, and mutual respect? Another key Stoic idea is that a relationship based solely on physical attraction often leads to superficial bonds that cannot withstand life's storms. When we choose a partner for their character, we're investing in someone who will grow alongside us, whose values align with ours, and whose support will remain steadfast. In such a partnership, there is a deep comfort and stability, as each person values the other, not for their appearance, but for their integrity and inner worth. Building a relationship on character also empowers us to remain true to our own values. By valuing a partner's virtues over their looks, we are practicing self-respect and resisting the societal pressures to prioritize appearance above all else. This approach also makes us more resilient, as we're less likely to be swayed by external trends or comparisons. We come to realize that the essence of a meaningful connection lies in the qualities that make us feel safe, respected, and understood. So, how can we start focusing on character over appearance in our own lives? It begins with self-reflection. When meeting someone new, observe their actions and how they treat others rather than focusing solely on their physical attributes. Look for signs of kindness, patience, and consistency. These qualities are like the roots of a tree. They provide strength and stability, ensuring that the relationship remains grounded even when external circumstances change. Choosing a partner for their character is a practice of Stoicism in itself. It requires us to resist the impulse for instant gratification, to take our time, and to prioritize what is truly meaningful. In doing so, we create the possibility for a love that endures, one that doesn't fade as years pass but deepens, enriched by mutual respect and shared values. As we conclude our exploration of character, let's turn to a powerful historical example, the enduring relationship between Marcus Aurelius and his wife, Faustina. Their bond serves as a testament to the Stoic ideal of a partnership grounded in virtue and mutual support. 7. Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius and Faustina. Throughout history, the relationship between Emperor Marcus Aurelius and his wife, Faustina, has often been highlighted as a powerful example of Stoic love, a bond built on mutual respect, resilience, and shared values. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most famous advocates, approached his marriage with the same virtues he brought to his life as a philosopher and leader: patience, courage, justice, and wisdom. By examining their relationship, we can gain insight into how Stoic principles can guide us toward meaningful, enduring love. Marcus and Faustina's relationship was not free from challenges. As the Roman emperor, Marcus faced immense pressure, both politically and personally. He had to navigate wars, losses, and the responsibilities of governance, all while managing his own emotions and maintaining inner peace, a feat few could achieve. Faustina, in turn, became more than a wife. She was a steadfast partner and confidant who supported him through these trials. Despite facing rumors and adversities, Marcus remained loyal to her, valuing her presence and resilience. This loyalty, a key aspect of Stoic virtue, was not dependent on convenience, but rooted in deep respect and understanding. Stoicism teaches us to value partners not merely for their presence during easy times, but for their steadfastness in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius and Faustina exemplify this ideal. They showed that true Stoic love is about remaining committed, not only when life is easy, but especially when life becomes challenging. Their relationship was a partnership in the truest sense. They navigated the hardships of life together, each drawing strength from the other. Reflect on this. In times of difficulty, do you have someone who stands beside you, not swayed by circumstances, but grounded in shared values? This example reminds us that love, in the Stoic sense, is not about perfection or constant harmony. Rather, it is about choosing a partner whose character aligns with our own virtues, someone who complements our strengths and supports us through our weaknesses. When Marcus faced the tragic loss of several of his children, Faustina was by his side, providing comfort and understanding in his darkest moments. Such moments define the strength of a relationship, a willingness to face the trials of life together, to support one another, and to hold steadfast even in times of grief and loss. Marcus and Faustina's marriage also reflects the Stoic principle of growth through shared adversity. Their love was not about controlling or changing one another, but about growing together. This approach to love teaches us that we must accept our partners as they are, appreciating both their strengths and their imperfections. In doing so, we foster an environment of respect and understanding, where each partner is free to become the best version of themselves. Stoicism, therefore, encourages us to find a partner who challenges us to grow, just as Faustina challenged Marcus to uphold his virtues through every trial they faced. In our own relationships, we can draw from this example by practicing loyalty, resilience, and empathy. Like Marcus, we may face challenges beyond our control, but with a supportive partner, these trials become more bearable. Their partnership reminds us that love rooted in Stoic values is not just a source of happiness, but a pillar of strength, enabling us to navigate life with courage and grace. As we reflect on the example of Marcus Aurelius and Faustina, we can see how Stoic principles guide us in love, helping us to cultivate meaningful relationships. Finally, let's bring our journey full circle. exploring how to embrace the power of acceptance and move forward with resilience, whether in love or in life. 8. Embracing the power of acceptance and moving forward. Acceptance is one of the most profound teachings in Stoicism, and it holds immense power when applied to love and relationships. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of what lies beyond our influence, such as the feelings and actions of others. When applied to relationships, this philosophy encourages us to release attachment to outcomes and to accept people as they are, rather than how we might wish them to be. But how can we use this Stoic approach to move forward with resilience in matters of the heart? In any relationship, we must learn to accept the reality of change and impermanence. People evolve, circumstances shift, and sometimes relationships naturally come to an end. Stoicism reminds us that it is not our place to resist these changes or try to control them, but rather to embrace them as part of life's natural flow. If a relationship no longer aligns with our values, or if we find ourselves holding on to something that does not bring us peace, Stoicism teaches us to let go. This act is not rooted in bitterness or resentment, but in a recognition that our well-being should not depend on things outside our control. Acceptance, in the Stoic sense, means finding peace within ourselves. When we accept that we cannot control others, we shift our focus to what truly matters, our own growth and resilience. In doing so, we find that moving forward becomes less painful, as we are not weighed down by unrealistic expectations or lingering resentment. Consider this: how many times have we suffered because we could not accept a situation as it was? Stoicism encourages us to look at these situations as opportunities to cultivate inner strength and grace. The practice of acceptance also teaches us to cherish the positive experiences we have shared with others, even if those relationships come to an end. Instead of dwelling on what could have been, Stoicism asks us to value the moments that brought us joy and to release them with gratitude when it's time to move on. By adopting this perspective, we are able to look back on past relationships without regret, viewing them as meaningful chapters in our journey of personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." When we embrace this wisdom, we allow ourselves to move forward with dignity and peace. Moving forward also involves a commitment to remain open to future relationships, free from the wounds of the past. By accepting the lessons we've learned, we become wiser, more resilient, and better prepared for the connections that lie ahead. Stoicism reminds us that each experience, whether joyful or painful, contributes to our growth. When we approach love with this mindset, we recognize that every relationship has a purpose, teaching us more about ourselves and the world. Ultimately, Stoicism encourages us to view love as a journey of acceptance, growth, and resilience. We cannot control whom we meet or how relationships unfold, but we can control our response to each experience. With this power, we can choose to carry forward the lessons of love with gratitude and grace, enriching our lives and preparing us for future connections rooted in authenticity and wisdom. Love, viewed through the lens of Stoicism, is both a journey and a teacher, guiding us towards self-discovery, resilience, and true connection. By centering ourselves in our own emotional solar system, nurturing love as a garden, respecting ourselves, and understanding the value of reciprocity, we create the possibility for relationships that endure. Drawing from the example of Marcus Aurelius and Faustina, we see that love grounded in Stoic values is not about perfection, but about mutual support, character, and shared growth. As we part, I invite you to reflect on these Stoic insights and share your own experiences in the comments below. Has Stoicism changed your perspective on love? Do you feel more empowered to seek a relationship rooted in authenticity and virtue? If this video has resonated with you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others who may benefit from a Stoic perspective on love. Thank you for joining us on this journey of understanding love through Stoicism. May your relationships be fulfilling, resilient, and guided by the principles that bring peace and purpose to life.